Right. So just making it a human experience again. I'm excited to talk about that, and just excited to hear Claudiane give her nuggets on how to do that, and just how to jump back into being present, being in the moment with our clients.
Love that. All right, guys, I'm going to share my screen. Let me just make sure that this is.
Document everything that you do. So if y'all can see, I'm in a classroom that's supposed to have 25 people in here. But because I made it free, people don't pay, they don't pay attention. Y'all are proving the theory right. I said, let's prove it wrong, but people are proving the theory right. I don't even know about, am I highlighted here? This is okay, the spotlight. So okay, so this is great, but I actually don't want to be spotlighted. Oh, if I can.
Recording in progress.
So here's my information, the key to success. My name is Claudiane Hibbert-Smith. Real estate professional of the last 22 years. I started with one company for 20 years. I was top producer for many years. I was rookie of the year my first year, and I just took off, right? I didn't have a background in real estate. I graduated from UF, so I did have some educational experience, but I did not have an experience in real estate. My mom and dad did own their house, but they didn't communicate or talk to us about owning property. So I just really did not know, okay? And a good friend of mine who, by the way, owns Wingstops in Miami-Dade across the state of Florida now. She bought the first Wingstop to Miami-Dade, Florida. And I was with her when she was buying her house here many moons ago, 23 years ago. And I saw that the commissions were like, I don't know, like 40 grand. It was $40,000 in one transaction. And what happened is I was working a job. I was working from 8 to 5 or whatever those times were, sometimes working even later, right? And what happened is that I literally 2 days later, when I realized I could be making $40,000 in 60 days, or am I gonna make $40,000 at my job and work 365 days of the year? And yes, I was off weekends, but it was just not my thing, right? I don't want people telling me I had to wear a jacket. Now I'm wearing this jacket because I'm training today, and this jacket stays in my car. I own black, white, gray, and brown. That's it. It's too hot in South Florida to be wearing jackets all day, but there's always a jacket in my vehicle. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, okay? So I decided 2 days later to just take a hiatus and quit. Now, the story goes like this. I made a phone call, but the truth is I don't even know if I called the people. I think I just didn't go back to work. I might have called and said I'm not coming back to work, but I had no job etiquette. They didn't teach me that, right? So I didn't know I needed to put in a 2 weeks notice and do all that extra stuff. I didn't know. And so I just left and never went back. I didn't even have my real estate license. In fact, I didn't even know how to get my license, but I'm one of those type of people. I don't plan like that. I figure it out later. Then I went to class and figured I could do it in 1 week, 7 days. I said, well, I'm not working. I might as well just go to class. I'm a single mom. You guys know I had my son at 14. So it wasn't easy, but I took the risk. I took the high road up, and the rest is history. I failed that exam a couple times. I said, let me get my butt out of Miami. I went to Texas where it was nothing to do at the time, and I passed my exam with flying colors. So listen, I'm here today because I want to get back to the basics. I want to get back to what I did year 1, year 2. A lot of people will try to accelerate to year 20, 21, 22, or even my year 3, 4, and 5, and you've not done the basics. I don't know if I would be where I am today if I didn't have the basics. So I want y'all to write this down before we go into the nuts and bolts of what we have going on here today. Why are you here? Don't make up something. I have a passion for helping people. That's too vague. Where I'm from, my parents were literally broke. Now, we were not in the hood broke, but we were broke, okay? I did not get a car for graduation from my parents. By that time they were divorced, okay? And so, and by that time, my dad probably had given up his citizenship here and gone back to Jamaica. So my mom could not afford me the finer things in life. Now, did I have a rough life? No, I didn't. I didn't have a rough life. Don't come this way with recording. See, late people, late to the class. Some of y'all late on here too. Okay, so watch this. See, and then this is what happens. You get thrown off. I got thrown off, even though I was talking about just now. What was I talking about?
Your dad gave up his citizenship.
Yeah, so I couldn't, they could not afford me the finer things in life. But the truth is, if you don't see it, you don't even know that you're missing it. So I'm gonna go with, I had a decent childhood, decent. You know, we lived in a house. I was able to go outside and play. When Hurricane Andrew came, we had something to do. You know, we had a roof over our head. And so I'm grateful for that. But I want you to really dig deep. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why? And I don't mean here today in the world. Why are you in the field of real estate? What made you pick this profession as something you wanted to do? See, I told you this wasn't just going to be writing notes. I want you to literally, because I'm getting ready to, Crystal, pick a person who wrote down why they're here. And then I'll pick somebody inside of the classroom. Does anybody have? Okay. State your name.
Otis Pitts.
Otis Pitts.
The reason why I'm here is because I wanted to make money in real estate on my time. I did not want to go back to a 9-to-5 after the military, and I didn't want to be at just 29.
Right. He's 29 years of age. He didn't want to go to a traditional 9-to-5. He wanted to work on his own time. That was one of mine. I just want to be flexible. I want to do what I want to do. It didn't work out. Top producers don't really do what they want to do, though. I want to make that very clear, because my 8-to-5 turned into 7 to 12 at night. And if you were a client of mine like Brent Wright or UD Haslam that were overseas, remember UD didn't start with the heat. He was overseas. They would call you at 3 a.m. And then Claudienne would pick up. But one thing I wish I would have done differently is set boundaries. I would have set some boundaries. So, write that down. Remember to set boundaries. Okay. But I was hungry. In the words of Les Brown, I was hungry. And the reason why I chose real estate, I just told you, I saw somebody make $40,000 in 60 days. No cap. I wanted to make a lot of money. If you go to SunBiz right now and look up my first and last name, you're going to see that I've been creating businesses since I've been 17. I had businesses in college. I was going to go and travel to colleges in Florida and make this magazine of women and men. Like, I figured I had a lot of stuff going. I created something called Black Noir or Noir. I don't even remember. I remember how to pronounce it. But I went until I found the thing that worked for me. Okay. I went until I found the right thing that worked for me. And I'm going to tell you, my friends say, oh, Claudia ain't going to try everything. I was in every MLM. I was in every business. I was in everything. And when I found what worked for me, I stuck to it. I just went in. I went in day, night, door knocking. See, we didn't have social media. So we were knocking on doors. Hi, Mrs. Wright, how are you? My name is Claudia Hibbert. I'm just walking the neighborhood because I have some interested buyers that might want to buy in the community. Do you or somebody you know may be interested in selling? I would say something like that. Hi, Ms. Wellington, how are you? My name is Claudia. Let me tell you something. I would do that for 4 and 5 hours straight. Would I do it today? Maybe not, because we have so much technology, but that was the basis of what I was able to do. Whatever it is that you are doing, I'm telling you, stick to it, and it will stick to you. Eat pizza every day and figure out what happens. You eat it every day, it's going to stick to you.
So we have Sandra who raised her hand. She would like to share.
All right,
Hey,
so
it's me
I just
again.
want to make this clear. My goal, and I say this unapologetically, is I wanted to make a lot of money so I can help a lot of people. When my high school calls and they need something, I want to be able to write the check. When I see someone in need that I feel that I want to give my money to, I don't want to think, oh my God, should I go in this account? I can't do it right now. I want to just be able to write and cut the check. That was my goal. Okay, I did not have no passion to help no people. I didn't even know what that was like. Now I gained a passion over time. Okay, I gained a passion over time. But I want you to be very clear on why you're in this, because if you don't know why, then you might as well just find something else to do. This isn't it. Okay, so might as well to make a lot of money so I can help a lot of people. Go ahead, Sandra. You got 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay, 30 seconds. So for me, it was back in 07, 08. And basically, I didn't know anything about my first home purchase or real estate. And I got scammed for almost $80,000. My house was oversold, if you will, overpriced. And I didn't know how to get out of it. So the only thing I knew to do was educate myself through real estate classes. And I became a realtor just to learn how to get out of that situation through short sales and all this stuff. And then I gained a passion of wanting to just educate other people so they wouldn't experience what I experienced, because that was horrific. That was horrific.
Wow. So she's doing real estate. Okay, guys, and I know Sandra, she has her own brokerage. She just recently partnered with EXP. So she is her company name, help me out.
Caterpillar Properties.
Caterpillar Properties, powered by EXP. So you're talking about somebody that took their education very seriously and went to the next level. And just because you get your broker's license does not mean that you take it seriously, but I know her and I know that she took it personally. So that's why. So you should have that written out. Why are you in real estate? Okay. The second reason, guys, very quickly, I don't know how this even formulated in my mind. I did read Rich Dad Poor Dad in college, but I don't remember taking the details out of that book in this very moment. I'm 21, turning 22, and I'm now making a lot of money, okay? 22, making $50,000 in one transaction. I'm making $30,000 because I had the buyer and the seller on this transaction. I'm just figuring it out, just like some of y'all are figuring it out, okay? I did attend courses. A lot of y'all don't attend courses. You need to be listening to the people who have already done what you've done. So I went to the Tony Robbins. I went to the Brian Buffini. I went to the Ferry, okay, Mike Ferry at the time, Dad, okay? I've done a lot of training over the years because like you, there was no one to really just hold my hand, okay? Everybody's busy. I'm busy doing my stuff. Naya's busy doing her stuff. Joe's got this going on. They don't got time for you. And this is why this year, you can ask Jeff. I said, Jeff, I came into EXP to produce, to make a point. I did not really produce 2 years prior to that. I had a very small team. I sent out my referrals to my team partner, but I came into EXP and I wanted to make some noise. I wanted people to see me. I wanted them to know my name when I walk in rooms. What I didn't expect was for me to be backstage to introduce, some of y'all just walk by the owner and not say anything. No, I saw the founder of the company and I said, I'd like to introduce myself to you. He said, no need. I already know who you are. You're Claudia and Hibbert. We're watching you. See, some of y'all got it in your companies. Everybody's not an EXP, so this is not an EXP call. But wherever you are respectfully, you need to be making some noise. You want people, when something's happening, they want to call you to consider your opinion. Make some noise where you are. Make some noise in your community where you live. I can guarantee you, probably no one is homeless on this Zoom. Nobody's homeless in this classroom. Everybody's living somewhere, correct? So now you want to ask yourself, well, Crystal, go to the next slide. I don't want to get too far off. I'm off, but I don't want to get too far off. All right, thank you. So you need to just start in your community. There's a gentleman on here that lives in my community. Okay, I won't say his name. There's a gentleman that just joined EXP via through Claudienne that lives in my community, in a state community. Okay, these are not little houses. Our houses are worth over $1 million, some of them. I see him in the hospital. Some of y'all know that I just did my hernia repair, so I've got on my little waist thing here, but I go in and do my blood work, and he's there with 2 babies. He says, "Hey, Claudia," I'm like, "Well, who are you?" You know, my mind, and some of y'all are pretending to be like, "Hey," I remind me, okay. I still really didn't quite remember, but then things start to come back. See, I sit on my HOA board. I'm the treasurer. I sign all the checks. In fact, I signed one this morning. I'm involved. I walk my community. I wave when the people drive by, whether they return the wave or not. There are people that I see every single 5 times they have not waved. Eventually they wave. You know, choice. And then I go into the Publix. Then I go into the Walmart. Then I go into the Target. I don't know. I had these kids, and all of a sudden I'm in Target every other day. It's some with Target and the kids. I don't know. But I'm in Target and I'm seeing people. I'm in the hospital. I see him. He's partnered with me. We get to exchange and make money together now. Starting a community. Then he calls me up 2 weeks later. He's like, "Claudia, I'm ready to retire." And he works for the police department, but he's got 2 twins now, they're babies. Probably wants to spend more time with his children. He calls me up. I want a partner. He doesn't waste any time. He jumps right on board. Why? He knows me because I send something every 6 weeks out to all of my neighbors, showing them what the values are of the community. In fact, Safari bought in our community. And then he called me back. He said, "You gotta be kidding me. You mean to tell me I paid the most in the community?" I'm like, "Yeah, unfortunately, yes. But thank you, neighbor. You just gave us some value." But this is the thing. If I'm not mailing, how do they know? How do they know? Some of you guys are going to say, "Well, Claudia, we don't have a budget for mailing." I didn't either. I remember the days where I was printing papers, folding the document. Come on, y'all. Y'all ask my people. Angelique's on here. Hopefully. I was folding the paper, putting it in the envelope, running the envelopes through the machine. And then I got a little bit of money. Then I didn't have to fold them anymore. Just come on through there. Another lady person, come on through here. All right. I didn't have to fold it anymore. I would send it to Office Depot, and then they would put it in the machine and fold it. But then I went and got it and started stuffing those envelopes again. And then I used something called every door direct mail, or every door direct mail. Okay, I got smart. I was like, well, I don't want to pay 40 cents stamp. And it seemed like every 2 months it would go up a cent. You be counting the money when you don't have no money. I need to be counting the money now. So many subscriptions, right? And then EDDM is now you pay 21, 23 cents per mailing, because now you're selling to a community in bulk. And then you get the next listing and the next listing, and then the next listing, you make a little bit more money. So now I don't do any of that. I send it to the company, they show it to me, I approve it, they mail it, I get it in the mail. But it's a process. Y'all say the process. Success is your responsibility. Not his, not yours, not this person, not that person. It is your responsibility. It is your responsibility. Success is your responsibility. I heard Grant say the other day, the journey is the journey. That is not success. That is the tool to get to the target that you set. Does that make sense? All right. I think we skipped a few slides here, Crystal. What's good? All right, so the first 6 months of your real estate career is very critical, okay? Realizing this, I want to furnish you with the tools necessary to achieve Now y'all blocking my thing and all right, there you go. Y'all are down at the bottom now. To achieve your success, write down what your targets are right now. Right now, in this very moment, I want you to write 3 targets. What are targets? Goals. Okay. What are targets? Goals. There's something about the pen to the paper. I don't care what technology comes out. And yes, I have a notepad in my cell phone for those times where I need to do some quick accessing to some notes. But there's something about having the notepad and the pen. It's something about the process. I don't know what it is, but I just know it works. Okay. How many people got their first deal? They've done at least one deal in their life in real estate, a transaction. They either represented the buyer or represented the seller. And when you got the listing, you were like, what? You hung up the phone. You were like, well, thank you, Mr. Jeff Correlon. I will be updating you every Monday. Have a great day. Let's just say that's what you hung up and you did what? I was doing a funky
Ran through the house.
I was like, yes, yes, yes. Right? And then it gives you a level of motivation to go and do what you did already and do it what? And you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. This is very important. What you do in these next 90 days, starting today, will determine what your next 90 day after that will look like. So what do you mean, summer? Your summer will be a direct correlation with what your winter will look like. And then the winter to the spring, this 90 days. 90 days. I can give you a couple weeks to goof off. What you do, watch this. Come here for a second, Joe. He's in the class prospecting, right? How many years have you been in real estate?
13 years.
14 years.
Actually, yeah, June, 14 years.
14 years. You were doing about 200,000 to about 500,000 in deals. Like the deals would be anywhere from 150,000 to about 500. Sometimes you had some outliers out there, 800, 900,000. And then we had a conversation. You was like, I gotta get these numbers up, right? I gotta get my volume up.
No. The conversation was I took 29 listings in Q1 and I got the checks and I said, this is.
Can y'all hear him?
This is not no money. And then I said, I just gotta get bigger deals.
I gotta get bigger deals.
29 listings and you close all 29 listings and you're like, wow, this is.
Which,
a lot
by
of
the
work.
way,
It's a lot
it's
of
a
work.
lot of money still, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then you didn't change what you were doing, your prospecting. You just change and tweak who you were prospecting. He didn't change what he was doing, which means the same tools work for the 200,000 that work for the 2 million. How many, what was your last, give me your last 3 listings that were $1 million and above.
I have 2.5 coming to the market.
Yeah, talk up, they can hear you.
I have a 2.0.
I need them to get high.
But 2.5 coming to the market. I have a 1.8 coming to the market. I have a second follow-up call with a 1.3 that is going extremely well. And some other ones that are over $1 million.
It's a mindset.
Yeah.
You probably thought you couldn't do it because you didn't made it there yet, but then you just think about you just needed to see the numbers.
Just taking rapid action. So what happens is we wish to do stuff sometimes, but we just keep it as a wish, but it's really taking massive action. So I'm excited that they were welcoming to me. I'm excited they're excited to be working with me, and yeah, they're gonna be coming out the market soon.
So thank you for that. Go finish prospecting. Jeff is not going to a whole conference. He's like, Claudia, I don't know if I'm going to this conference. My prospecting is 3 hours in the morning. I said, well, just take the 3 hours where you at and prospect. You can prospect from anywhere. The next thing you know, Jeff has left early because he has a listing appointment. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm not kidding about the prospecting part. But overall, guys, listen, the representative called him. The clients didn't even call. This was an expired listing. Some of y'all gonna call it expired and don't ever call again. The key is the follow-up. the follow-up. When somebody don't join my organization, I just keep calling them. And I do check on them, but sometimes I just go straight to it. When you coming over? When you coming to collaborate with me? Y'all gotta learn to be direct sometimes. I'm beating around the bush. You got 30 seconds to say something, say it. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. We can ready to go through this real quick. Somebody gotta tell me when it's like 11:15, so I can, okay, where to start? Okay, wait, what is going on? Do I need to do the screen thing?
Go ahead.
Okay, I knew there was some pieces missing. All right, cool. So this is not going to be 30 days, but what we're going to do is create the foundation for your next level of success. We're going to create the foundation for your next level of success. I'm literally going to pack this into a 4-session module intense training because we don't have, I don't know how many, I can't take 30 days straight. Some of y'all won't even show up for the first 2 sessions. So now I got to figure out how to get all this stuff in one, okay? So this is not going to be 30 days. This is going to be 4 intense, all Tuesdays from 10 to 11, 11:30, okay? Now, one of the Tuesdays, you can go, okay, you can go, I'm not going to be reading these things. You can go to the next one. They could read. And we're going to send this out. Okay. Wait, Crystal, back up, go to the beginning of my session. I feel like something is missing. All right, boom. That's what I was missing right there. Go to that second slide. I just missed it. So we have one of those Tuesdays to be July 4th. I'm all game. So y'all decide. Let's just do a quick poll. I'm here. Do you want to do July 4th? It's a Tuesday.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm the queen of sacrifice, okay? I'm still sacrificing today. All right, thank you, Crystal. That wasn't y'all fault. That was my fault. I missed it. All right, I think the people are saying, Crystal, just look at the poll for me. I think the people here said they coming. I didn't hear nothing from Jeff, but he said the office gonna be open. All right, so July 4th it is. It's a 4th week. It's only going to be an hour. In fact, maybe I'll just do that one virtual so everybody can be in their respective places. Like Naya's like, no, I want to come to the Naya just retired her job. She's like 22. I love it. 24, somewhere in there. 22, 24, same thing. All right, so okay, let's go back to the next slide. Some of y'all want to know where to start, right? I'm not telling you something that I don't do today. I do this today, okay? I go to the dentist, you can clean my teeth, we're gonna do some business together. I'm gonna send you my magazines, can you at least when it comes, put it into the waiting room, okay? For years, I was afraid to tell people that I was a realtor in the professional world, the doctors and the attorneys, and I was a fear of mine. I would go on my phone. I know what they taught me, but I was skipping names. I was like, I'm not ready for that one yet. Okay, not, okay, no. Attorney, no. Doctor, no. Banker, no, I'm not ready for that one yet. So I didn't do what I was told to do. I did what I thought I should do. Now, the dentist is my cousin. That should have been me, right? But he's older, and you think people are set in their ways. Until one day, someone said, Claudia, I didn't know you were a realtor. In fact, I just sold and bought another house. If I would have known, and that was the day I said, let me go back through my database. Okay, how many people pay for their cell phones? Yeah, I pay for mine. The bill every month. You got WhatsApp, you can go talk to people in Italy for free, people in Jamaica for free. Like, it's a total different world, y'all. My bill used to be over $1,000 sometimes trying to call all these countries, right? Or people that were working in different countries. But now it's easy. Y'all ain't got no excuse. I think I pay one bill, the same, right? And so start with this. Start with your phone. And then sometimes I would get bored. If you have ADD like me, like, oh, I'm tired of the A's. All right, then I'm gonna start with the D's. And then complete the D's. Complete it. Start and finish it. So right now, what we're gonna do, all right? So I'm gonna actually email this out so y'all will have this for the next session, but just friends and family. How many people really, honestly, raise your hand or type of one if you have communicated to all of your friends and family directly, not on social media, that you are a realtor? So 1, 2. Why? Because we're afraid of what they might think, because it's our 5th job, and they think you confused. They think you confused. If you take something and own it, I guarantee you they'll have no problem with respecting where you are. Okay, family and friends. Let me see the chat box. Hold on. I want to see what y'all talking about over here. How many people have not, well, no, there's a whole bunch of people on here. And a lot of people didn't reach out to their families and friends and family, okay? Organization members. I don't know about y'all, but I join organizations. Dang, my teeth just dropped. I join organizations. No, we're good. One person can get it. We're good. All right, so sorry, Jeff. I replace all the floors now. You're like, yes. So listen, I join organizations for a reason. I know what I'm going to bring to the organization. In fact, I got friends right now, like Claudia, we're about to do an initiation. And I'm not going to call the different. I'm like, no, I'm not there in that space anymore. I don't want to give my time to this space right now. Then I got babies. They're like, okay, well, I forget. I think your mom's in it. My girlfriend's like, I can't wait. I'm like, don't even worry about waiting. You're not coming. I'm not at that capacity anymore. Okay. I will travel the world with my own kids, and they will meet their friends there and do some amazing things there. I am no longer broke. Okay. And it's not that I'm broke, so I'm just trying to, but it is a difference. When I'm trying to get there, it's a difference. Now I am in organization, but it's because I choose to be there. Right. I choose to be there. Maybe somebody in the building has a mom, Jim. All right, okay, cool. We'll figure it out later. All right, so now what organizations, write down what organizations am I part of? I'm on my board, my HOA board. 7 men and 1 nice woman of color, my. And they don't got nothing to do, y'all. They be in the chat. Oh my God, did you see Becky? Oh my God, do you see that there's a trend? I'm like, y'all leave the people in their just alone. It's Saturday. So I'm the breath of fresh air for the people. I might have a jet ski in my house, but y'all gonna tell me take it. No, just let's make some provision, right? We don't want you to keep it there for 30 days, but if it's a weekend, you bring your boat because you're cleaning it up and you're taking it back on Sunday, okay. And so, but I'm a part of organizations. What organizations are you gonna commit to? Because that's where you're gonna meet other like-minded professionals. I sit on planning and zoning boards. I know what's coming to the different cities before it gets here 5 years in advance, okay? So I sit on boards. I have become an officer of the board. I've been the president of boards. I've been the secretary of boards. I've been the treasurer of boards. I start as a member and I work my way and navigate, okay? It's nothing like saying, I'm taking a picture with the flags in the back and I'm at my planning and zoning meeting. Everybody want to call me then, right? Because they want to know, look at this, this is great. Look at this. Oh, amazing. I dropped my teeth. I ain't gonna be able to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. All right. So start there, guys, start there. So I challenge you right now in this moment. It's 10:54. I challenge you right now in this moment to find 5 people in your phone. Don't look at me. Don't look in the screen. Everybody here should be down looking at their phone. Y'all know what I'm getting ready to say because I do it on every training. I want you to text 3 to 5 people real quick. Jeff, you do it too. That's prospecting. Don't email me. Oh, he said he did it already. He did. Because he screenshots and stuff and sent it to me. And I want you to write this. And Kristen, remind me to have Jerry add this into my thing, because so people don't have to hear me over and over again say the same thing. Thank you for that.
Well,
Wait, let me hold that.
where you need it?
Let me. All right. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna stand back here until that dries. Can y'all hear me? Crystal, you can hear me still good? Good. I want you to write this. Hey, Bernice. This is let me frame it. This is a good, I know this person. I've spoken to them in the last 90 days. Okay. Hey, Bernice. This is a text. Hey, Bernice. It's Claudienne. Hope all is well. I say it's Claudienne in case the person don't have me saved and they be looking like me, like, who is this? Let me scroll up and see who it is. I do that. Y'all do that? So I say, hey, Bernice, this is Claudienne. Hope all is well. I just want to send you a reminder that I'm a real estate professional. And if you or anyone you may know is interested in real estate, would you consider me? I end with a question on purpose. I end with a question on purpose, and I'm gonna repeat it again. See, I do this all the time, so I know it off the top of my brain. Hey, Bernice, it's Claudia. Just wanted to see if you, no. Hey, see, that's what happened when I say it all the time. All right. Hey, Bernice, this is Claudienne. Hope all is well. I just wanted to let you know or remind you that I'm a real estate professional. And if you or someone you know is interested in real estate, would you consider me? What do you think that person's gonna do? They're gonna answer. If they don't answer you, that means that they missed the text. And if you send it again and they don't answer you, that means that they just don't even have no, I don't know. It's not too often that people do not respond. And I literally take that text and I send it out every day. And I make a commitment to send it to 5 people. If I see somebody on Facebook, and this happened for real, her dad had a stroke. Now you can't do this on this phone, but the Androids, you can do this. If you have an Android, this is for you. iPhones, I'm gonna show you what to do next. It's one of the features when I switched over to iPhone they didn't have. I knew everybody would forget that she wrote the post. So 6 weeks later, I pre-wrote and scheduled the text to go out automatically because I would forget to. And it says something like that. Hey,
It's my best feature.
hey, Bernice. I don't even know who Bernice is. I don't know nobody's name in here. It's Bernice. I feel like Bernice is like 90 years old. All right, Miss Bernice. All right, so Miss Bernice, hey, I just wanted to see how everything was going. You know, I know, how's your dad doing? Her sister is a realtor. I sold her home. Her sister is a realtor. I sold her home because I'm always following up and doing what I call forward. Crystal, we got to add that to the presentation, forward. Okay. This is what you're sending to this database. You're making an announcement that you are a realtor. And don't be afraid that you're new. Everybody's here is partnered with a broker if you're not a broker yourself. Okay, there's some thought that if you're a broker, then you know what you're doing and you've been doing it a long time. I don't know where they get that from, or whatever the case is. There are realtors that have been realtors for 2 years that do way better than people that's been in the business for 10 years. It's what you do with the time, not how long you've had the license. Okay? So 3 to 5 people right now, y'all. Hey, Bernice. I got a little bit more juice in here. It's Claudienne. Hope all is well. I just wanted to remind you or let you know, whatever it is, that I'm a real estate professional. Okay? That I'm a real estate professional. And if you or anyone you know is interested in real estate, would you consider me? Now I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, like 1 minute, because y'all are typing that out to 3 to 5 people. I'm gonna go fill my cup up. Now, while you guys are doing that, let's say you have a contact in your phone and you have not talked to the person in 6 months. So now you feel kind of weird, like, I didn't check on them. That's why you should check on people. Okay, this is why you check on people. I see Marshall here on my front screen. There are multiple times I just check in with Marshall. I just do random checks, right? Because I know what it makes me feel like. I don't want to call Marshall when I need something. When I call her and I need something, she's not saying she only called me when, like your kids do. They only call me when they need something, right? I don't want to have her say that. And then I don't want to have to be mushy before I ask her, how you doing? And Marshall, are you available for some extra buyers? And Marshall told me, and it's true, Marshall, right? You said, well, I'm going to be out of town from this day to this. Is like a 6-week period. Okay, Marshall's a retiree. This is not, this is her second life career, okay, that she does because she loves doing it. And I love it too. Okay, so Marshall could take 6 weeks off. Okay, she has donated her time to wherever workforce, and she deserves it. Okay. All right.
I want to say that text was.
So what Jeff is saying for the people on Zoom is that the same text message will work for realtors. Not to recruit them, because they might send you a referral to a listing or a buyer in Florida, even though they have moved on to somewhere else. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to go an hour and a half in a way to show property. I'm looking for another realtor. Some of y'all like, oh, I'm taking the drive. Great, great. I'm not saying don't do it. What I'm saying is that I would rather find a realtor in Wellington to do the referral for me, so I can go generate more business. I'm gonna generate some off that one. I'm gonna market around that too. But now I'm collaborating. I'm scaling because I'm collaborating. So that's what Jeff is saying. Don't leave the realtors out of that space. Okay. I just checked in with a couple of realtors the other day. I got to it. Hey, I want to meet with you. I want to talk to you about some possible collaborations. Jeff, am I making it up?
Oh, no.
And then she responded. He was like, wow.
Yeah.
I think we both didn't think she was going to respond. She was like, I'd love to speak with you.
Oh.
That's what she said. Big time realtor. She's got to be.
Two of them.
Oh, that's right. Two of them. So guys, don't be afraid. Make a commitment. Okay. Has anybody gotten a response yet? Lawn care professionals, who's cutting your yard? Some of y'all think those people, oh, they just the landscapers. They cut my yard. I pay them $40 every time they come. And you think they don't got no money. Well, guess what? My landscaper owned a lot of properties. I know because I bought a couple of them from him. But some of y'all think, oh, the pool maintenance guy, oh, I pay him. My bill just went up to $120 a month. I just pay him $120 and he can't buy no house. She can't buy no house. Gotta stop thinking that way. The pool man knows that I do real estate. And if he has a realtor that he's already situated with, because maybe they feel obligated. I've had several situations where people like that have referred me to their friends and families. Okay? Makes sense. Makes sense. And their clients, exactly. Or they'll tell you, oh, I went to such and such, my guy Spanish. He's like, I went to, he speaks Spanglish too, to me. And the pool is green, Claudia, I think I'm losing the house. I'm like, give me that address. Hello. I have his name in my phone as James the Trash Man, because he is known for picking up the dumps. He's got the dumpster on the back of his truck, and he's gonna pick up the trash that you decided when you were renovating. You didn't think about that, but he's gonna come pick it up real quick. Oh, Claudia, they having a yard sale.
What if you haven't spoken to the person?
Hold on. So she's good question. What if you did not speak to the person in so long? You're going to use something that's called forward. Crystal, write this down. I'm going to add it to the spreadsheet. I'm add to this presentation. Forward is not the Ford truck. Okay. Forward means family, occupation, recreation, and dream. Well, what is that, Claudia? What's that? That's the method I use to follow up. So Dana Cody, who is really big, influencer, she has done anywhere from open up, maybe 5 to 10 nail salons. She's been on MTV. She travels to Ghana and all these places, and like she's just evolving, right? I love her, right? But when I follow up with Dana, I may not ask Dana about work. I'm not going to ask her about family. We don't talk about family. Okay. I'm not going to, so forward, family. We might talk about occupation. We may not talk about recreation. I don't see Dana working out. It don't mean that she doesn't, but I don't, like, that's not what we talk about. We don't talk about dreams. I don't know what her dreams and goals are. But really, I had a client, a good friend of mine that's going to Ghana. She's there right now. Guess what? I tap into Dana because Dana has spent time in Africa. Like, I think she partially lives there. And so I check in, hey, Dana, how you doing? Boom, what do you think of this? Next thing I know, Dana is advertising real estate in Africa. She's smart. She's smart. Dana, how's everything going with the last deal you did? I know you were, so I'm going to decide to talk about occupation because that's kind of what we've been on. Now let's say I didn't talk to her for 6 months. I might add an African there. You've been to Africa lately? How's everything going with you? I want her to know that I remember that even if she hasn't been to Africa in the last 6 months, I remember that there was a portion of her time on this earth that she was there. And that's the last thing I remember. So I might bring that up. Does it make sense? Let me see if I can picture somebody like for real in my mind. Natalie, Natalie's a good one. Natalie's a good one. She lives in DC. She does real estate. She's really cautious. Just because her Chanel bags. Yeah, I'm talking to Natalie a lot, but we're acquaintances, we're friends. I don't talk to her a lot. I might say, hey, Natalie, what is going on? I got to call Natalie in DC, in Maryland, to figure out what's going on in Miami, the city I live in. So I might say, hey, Natalie, you been to Miami lately? What's going on? How's everything going? So I might talk about recreation with her. Does that make sense? And then in another couple of weeks, I'm going to write her name down because I just text her. And I'm going to follow up with, hey, Natalie, she's a realtor. She's a broker, Remax. I'm going to use that same, hey, if you have any clients coming to Miami, Broward, let me know. Remember, I'm a real estate professional. I'll take care of them. Okay. Does that make sense? All right. So we're at 11:09. Y'all getting something right now? Y'all getting something right now? All right. Habits. Oh, let's look. Oh, this is good. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Okay. Habits you form and the attitudes you perfect now will be the foundation of your future success. So let's start building. Okay. Whatever you do this 90-day period, what's going to happen? the following 90 days is gonna be fruitful for you. If you do nothing, then your fruit is nothing. Your output is gonna equal your input. Okay, Franklin Covey is like a beast at organization. If you got 5 calendars, you're disorganized. You need one space to put everything. You notice I never have sticky notes. That's not organization, that's chaos. And then you think it look good because you got it all on the wall. But when you leave the wall and you leave out the door, now you don't have it. So now you back into the chaos and the disorganization. Be organized, plan your days and your weeks. Guys, we're gonna get into social media, but I want to go back to the basics first. We need to let people know that we are realtors. The average person, if you post a picture of your day today on Facebook, wherever you are, okay? And just say, hey, when you think of me, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? People gonna say crazy realtor. She crazy, but she's a beast of a realtor, but she crazy. No, just kidding. Y'all know maybe I'm not, right? And then some of y'all don't like to share, and that's fine. Do what works for you. I want people to know my process. I want people to journey with me because at some point, they're gonna say, my people are gonna come with me. I'm not for everyone. I'm looking for the people who wanna rock with me, okay? So I'm gonna share my experiences. I'm an open book. People text me, Connie, and I know you're an open book, so let me just ask you. Girl, what you doing to lose all this weight? Then my friends say, just call and ask her, you know she gonna tell you. So, and it's true, because I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did, okay? I'll tell you exactly what I did. All right, anybody got any responses? Crystal, do we have time for two people who, is this, well, let me just make sure this is the rest of the presentation first. Oh, no, this is good, before we get the responses. So I give y'all some more time. Y'all was supposed to do that in here too, just in case y'all didn't know, okay. All right, 60% of your time, especially if in your first 5 years, if you are in your first 5 years, 60% of your time should be prospecting. I'm walking in the grocery store. I returned something yesterday. I never return something in the grocery store, but I never buy this thing in the grocery store either. So my kids ran out of wipes and then avoid going to Target after Publix. So like Publix groceries better than Target. I bought wipes. And then when I opened the wipes, they weren't in those small little containers. They were in like these large containers and I needed a container to put. I said, let me just take these back. And the lady was like, oh my God, I saw you today and I saw you with the kid. And, you know, I sent somebody out to help you with your groceries. She remembered me in that one instance. I said, I do remember you because I remember going to the car and talking to my husband and saying, you know, the nice lady sent somebody outside to help me with my groceries. That was so nice. I remember saying that. So I was able to connect. By the way, here's my business card if you ever need anything. Don't think because the people in Publix working, they don't got no money. Some of them people there because they bored at home, they don't retire, they just need something to do. Come on, pension. Some of the people have worked like this, like you cannot make judgment on a person based on what you are not willing to do. You cannot pass judgment on a person's job because you're not willing to do it. Don't talk to me about the people in the drive-thru at the Chick-fil-A. I love them. You know why? Because they allow me the ability to not have to get out of my car, get in the, yesterday was scorching hot. I don't know what was going on. So now I get to sit in my AC, go through the line. I appreciate them for that. Thank you. That's right. He says 11:15, so we're gonna wrap it up. Okay. Remember that real estate is an order getting business, not an order taking business. Does that make sense? Write it down. Real estate is an order getting business, not an order. I don't take orders, I give them. I want you to call me, Christina, when you're ready to buy a house. Tangela, when you're ready to go into that commercial space and, you know, scale up to 20 units, I want you to give me a call. My best friend is buying a commercial piece of property and she kept telling me, but the people said you need to be a commercial. I said, okay. I do commercial real estate. In fact, let me send you over a pamphlet. And I sent her a whole, she was like, oh my goodness. You know, your friends are always the ones that like, I sent her, in 2 minutes, I sent her a whole guideline. She was like, yeah, they talked to us about Crexy. Oh yeah, and they also talked to us about LoopNet. Oh, and I heard them talk about CoStar. And in my pamphlet, it says, make sure you have an attorney for your transaction, especially when you got an 80-page lease you gotta go over, but this is a purchase. This is a little bit different. She was like, yeah, Claudia, and the people told us to make sure we get an attorney. And I don't get offended. You know why she doesn't know? Because I've not communicated to her that I'm in the commercial space. It's not her fault, it's my fault. I did not do a good job communicating to my best friend that I do real estate, and she is not on Instagram and Facebook. Her husband posted on Facebook, they in Portugal and going to Ghana. I said, thanks for the post, because if we have to wait on her, we're gonna be waiting. We may never see the picture. And for some of y'all, we live through people, right? I lived through experiences. I'm like, I was there too. But I don't know what you're talking about. I was there with you. I saw the moss. Felt like it was there. Okay.
Claudia, can I
All
say
right.
something real quick? So last week I was at a function with my kids, and I'm like, I'm always the mom that doesn't say hi to the other parents. Like, I need to say hi. So I got a phone number for one of the parents, and I was like, let me be that mom. I texted that parent to tell them that I'm in real estate, and he said, yes, I will. Also, my brother owns his mortgage company in Old Bridge. It's called Altera Loans. And if you or your clients need help with financing, let me know. And I was like, I would love to connect, but I didn't know. I was like, let me stop being, within my shell. But this right here, yes, I'm excited.
She's excited about her response. All right. You got 60% of your day should be prospecting. Get on the phone. Get on the phone, get on the phone. Instagram is prospecting. Don't stop at just Instagram. If you click on my Instagram, I'm gonna tell you, click the link in my bio if you wanna know more. How did y'all get to the class? Click the link in my bio. And when you click the link in my bio, then you're gonna get a text. How many people got a text message from me this morning? How many people got a text message from me this morning? How many people got an email? But now you on my email database. Angelique was in Dubai in some beautiful water deals. I didn't even know that place existed, not in Dubai, but another place. I was like, whoa, I'm there too. Put my foot in the water. And I was right home with my kids. I'm telling you, you don't be afraid to intertwine a little bit of play with reality. You create an idea that all you work. I don't want to work. How many people just want to work all day? Are there some things that I do with my children that maybe now you say, wow, I didn't think about that. Let me do it. I do it all the time. I am not the queen of invention. Write this down. Model, mimic, master, and you can add your little tweak. Model, mimic, master, and you can add your little tweak. Okay, I'm running out of time. I'm not getting younger. Well, I'm not getting older either, so I don't know what that really is called, but every year I have this number that attaches to what's called my age. Okay. All right, Crystal. Is this the last slide? Oh, so we talked about this, make a list, da, 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 da. Guys, always keep, I'm gonna tell you an experience. No, go back. Go back to that last slide. This is important, okay? I really did not want to wear this jacket today, okay? It's hot, right? But I keep it in my car because one time, long ago, I was at an appointment with a husband and wife. I don't know what they had going on, but I cold called and I got the appointment in Rolling Oaks, Miami Gardens. Very nice community, right? And I go with not like the spaghetti strap, but you know, what do you call it? Like a little t-shirt, tank top. I was very professional looking, I thought. I was 22, 23. And let me tell you, when you're taught to do a listing, you're taught to sit in between the husband and the wife. So you're not just on one side of it and then you like reaching over. So you're taught to sit in the middle, right, Jeff? He's like, yeah, but I don't. In the middle of the husband and the wife. Well, I did that, and baby, Miss Wife said, I need you to go sit over here. I was like, people really do that? And I got back to the office. I got the listing. It was not easy, but I got the listing. And I got back to the office and I started sharing my experience with someone who had been in real estate forever. She says, Claudiane, Rosanna was her name, Sarkardi. She says, you always bring your jacket in the car. And this way, you put on your jacket and now all of a sudden you're professional. That on gym tights, y'all ain't even know. You do not need to be in Gucci and all this stuff. This is a $30, maybe $60 Zara shirt. I do have on Gucci shoes, but they're flats. This is a Zara jacket. Like you don't have to be a name brand to look good and to be professional. Stop thinking because you don't have on, I don't even know the names. I really don't. Yeah, my girlfriend Stormy said, you don't know. She said, I don't even know the rap. She's like, she's not gonna know. She don't know.
She don't know. They'll never know.
And she's like, Claudia doesn't know. Don't ask her. She's right. But I'd be like, that don't look good. I think you need to change. She said, this is not the department. But I'm not comparing myself to my friend that wears everything. Like, I'm like, listen, we selling clothes in this thing today. And I know you spent $5,000 on the pants and $2,000 on the shirt, but today it's gonna go for $500. Okay, because you're not wearing it, it's just sitting here and we need to get the stuff out. So guys, you do not have to look, Crystal looks very professional. Right? I can only really see Crystal, so right? Guys, do not walk around in flip-flops and sandals. Now you're probably sitting here thinking she's talking to me. You gotta be professional. You gotta look at some, you don't have to just have your jacket, even if they're sneakers, clothes, and shoes. Guys, you don't know who you're gonna run into. And unfortunately, people make judgment. People do, I do. I be like, I'm not working with him. I'm not working with her. She came late. And then I'd be late somewhere. That's just what people do. We're working on it. Right? Stop saying I don't care what people think. Yes, you do. There are things that I do not do around my children for a reason. I do not want them to pick up adult habits. When they become adults, they can do what they want. But I'm not gonna do the adult things around my little kids. I'm not. My son is 28, 29 this year. There are things that I'm not going to do. I don't want to go to the club with my son. I don't. So don't care what people think, okay? So now, guys, anybody got a response? Anybody got a response? Drop a number 5 in the chat box if you got a response.
I got a response.
Jeff got a response. Give me a response real quick.
I texted and Jeff suggested another realtor. I texted another realtor in Central Florida. They did a referral transaction. So my house and me, but they just closed in May. But she told me yes. Well, she replied and said yes, and she wanted to collaborate to do like a home buyer seminar.
Oh, so she reached out to a realtor. Now she wants to collaborate to do a home buyer seminar.
Virtual, like on Facebook.
Virtual.
So we're gonna, I told her I'm gonna send her a Zoom link today so we can talk.
Oh, so she's gonna send her a Zoom link. I want you to do one more thing. Now, I have these note cards that I specifically designed for me, right? It is empty on purpose. This is a Brian Buffini grape. I learned it 20 years ago. I'm still doing it today. Okay, he still trains on this today. Okay, she's gonna send her a text message and say, hey, by the way, what's your mailing address? right? Now, what's your mailing address? And then you're gonna send her a thank you note. Now, here is my thank you note from Walmart. Okay, in a brown envelope, okay? The average person is gonna send a what envelope? A white envelope. Here's a brown envelope. I'm telling you, I probably spent $3 on 30 cards. It's empty. Thank you. Just a simple thank you note. If you don't have time and the creativity to do your personal, which is really not personal. Somebody just threw a design on here, my logo. Okay. It's not necessary, but if you want to go a little extra step, I'm extra, y'all. I'm extra. Okay. I want to do things over and beyond the call of where I need to be. And I got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Who else got a response here? Let's get the last 2 responses. Anybody want to share? I think you can take this down, Crystal. Go to the next slide. Just let me make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, cool. Let's take this down. I want to see the people. Now, by a raise of hand, I mean, who got a response? Drop a number 10 in the chat box if you got a response. Let me see the chat box here. Sent out 9, got 3 responses. 10, okay, come on, I wanna hear, we got 2 minutes, y'all. I wanna hear a response. Unmute yourself and let's hear the response. So y'all afraid?
Hey, Claudiane, it's Lori.
Hey, Lori, let's take Lori and then Melina. Go ahead, Lori.
Hey, I sent someone, they actually live in my community. So I sent them that text message and they responded back that they're thinking about selling, but they want me to reach out to their son who does mortgages. So we can connect there.
Wow, perfect. Smart mom.
Yes,
I'll
bringing
do
her
business
son
with
in.
you if you do business with my son. It's pretty much what she's saying.
Pretty much.
If you were smart, you send him a cookie or 2. That's another thing. I don't
Noted.
pigeonhole myself with one. I have all the people that I work with. I'm worried about only send them 2 because I'm going to get the business. I'm gonna do 100 deals this year. And I'm gonna go to that lender and say, hey, what's your goal this year? They're gonna say 50 loans. And I'm gonna be like, that's it. I can give you 5. Okay. So that's how I run that's how I do. I'm telling you, when I was the president of NARAB, we get them sponsorships. I'll say, what's your goal, Citibank? What's your goal, Bank of America? I wasn't afraid to ask. I don't want them to just give us money because we're minorities. I want to produce. I want to show you we came to do business. Oh, Claudia, in this department, we only need 20. Well, our goal is 20 loans. I can give you 10. And I worry about, and I'm not going to just only do 10. I got 90 others that can go somewhere else. Did I fulfill my commitment? Yes. Okay. So come on, give me one more. I think it was Melina. Melina, I think Melina, you were unmuted.
No? Okay.
No? Okay. Anybody else had a response? I saw a lot of 10s.
Jarena, are you on? Would you like to share?
Yes, I'm on. I sent it out to one of my friends from high school, and she was just like, oh, I didn't know you did real estate. She said, of course, I will keep you in mind, and I have someone in my neighborhood that may be willing to sell. So she's going to give me a call this evening.
Now, what is she going to do next? I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time. By the way, do you have a mailing address? People get real like, why she want my house address? She don't be sending me stuff every other week. No, just that the mailing address is gonna be their house address. I guarantee if you look it up, it's gonna say their names and they live there. But you are gonna communicate what is the what? Mailing address. Your goal is to mail at least 2 cards a day.
Okay.
30 days straight. That is, if you're in this intensive course, the next time we meet, you should have documented X amount of cards. My math is a little slow right now. What's the day? Tuesday? The Tuesday? So for a minimum of 14 cards, minimum. And I want you to write it down and document with a check, put your stamp, your handwriting. I want to see ink to the paper. Put your stamp, stick it in the mail, pull that arm up. Some of y'all broke the arm on y'all mailbox. This is a perfect time to get it fixed. Perfect time to get it fixed. 30 days, trust me, 30 days. Then if you're saying, if you or somebody, that means how many cards you need, how many of your business cards you need to put in. If I'm looking for you and somebody you know, I want you to have my card, and I want you to have at least 2 or 3 more. But I don't care that you said maybe my seller. You might run into somebody the next day. Oh my God, I gotta introduce you to my friend. Oh my God, I gotta introduce. And you send them this card with a stamp, they're gonna be impressed. They always are. Oh, I can't believe, and it's handwritten, so you're gonna open it. You're not gonna throw it in the junk mail. You're gonna open it because somebody hand wrote it and your name is at the top left. For some of y'all millennials, I know y'all don't know how to write addresses. Okay, I've gotten the question a couple times. Your net, and this is not y'all. This is old people laughing on it. The Generation X's, whatever we are. Your name goes here. The address goes on the second line. If it's an apartment, because they need to stop renting and buying, put their apartment number, then city, state, and zip, okay? And the stamp goes over here. I'm being comical, but this is true. The generation is just different. They don't mail. They email. Hoodoo, I got an email. Yeah. AOL.
I think with business cards though, we also have to find opportunities like at the drive-through, guide you free. Not that I had it, but in return I gave them business cards. But I think at the cash register, the drive-throughs, opportunities for you to have that additional conversation.
Now, this is good. Just when you get an opportunity, I was in Publix. By the way, if you ever need any help or somebody might be losing their houses. Y'all, I have a lot of property. I do not have a campaign going out. People call me, Claudia, we know you gave us the car. Would you like to, we losing the house. Can you help us? We just want to get rid of it. I never had a campaign in the office calling all. No, I stuck to what I knew how to do. Buyers, sellers, make the money, put it over here. All right, guys, that's my time. It's 11:33. Listen, next Tuesday, Crystal, can you drop, do you have the Telegram group? Not my EXP group, the new group. Let me send it to you here. I want you guys to join the group. So if you have any questions, wait, I gotta put on my glasses. Hold on, y'all. I was supposed to send you this earlier. I created it weeks ago. All right, share with Crystal. All right, so this is gonna be a place where we'll be able to share our wins. If you have any questions, Crystal, just take that and text it, put it to your, and drop it in the group chat over here. Definitely join the group chat. We are gonna create a community of realtors from all over the world. And I'm telling you this, if you think today was weak, I mean, next week is gonna be 3 times the pace, okay, on Tuesday, okay? If you thought today was great, then next week is just gonna be out of control. So I'm gonna be emailing you some things to do this week, okay? We're gonna give you a summation of what your homework assignment to do for the week. Hey, Christopher, make sure I send that out today. Because then I say I'm gonna do something. And then
I got you. Don't worry. No, I got you. They'll have it.
Help you. Okay, so we're gonna have an assignment to do, and I'm gonna add something for next class so that we're ready to tackle our social media market. We're not just doing Instagram. We Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Okay, so go into, I'm gonna just say it right now, real quick. Go into your cell phone, start from all your photos, or go into the videos, and start the ones that you like the best, that you think people would, like, you want to hear yourself say that again, put a heart next to it so we can find it quickly. Because next week we're going to post it. Next week we're going on live. So don't come on here with your cell phone. Get on your computer because we're going to work. All right, guys, that's my time. I'm excited. Let's connect. Did you put the link in there yet, Crystal? The link is there. Put it in there a couple more times so the people can then join and be a part of that group. And I'll everybody in here on iPhone? I can share it.
No.
All right, so we'll send it out to you. All right, guys, that's my time. Peace out. Love y'all. Peace, real estate, and something I always say. Bye, y'all.
Peace out.